Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Philip John Neimark, the founder of the IFA Foundation International, and I have a really extraordinary reading for you today, so you'll want to stay tuned to that. For those of you who are not aware, it is an in-depth, up-close look at the events likely to take place in your everyday life and how you should handle those events. It's that simple. It's more simple if you have been in Orumila watching events of every kind take place and watching people try and cope with them or try and maximize them for thousands of years. So certainly he knows what the best way for doing that is. So at the end of today's Ifascope, you should know as well. Second thing, of course, is I'd like to invite you to the WebEx that Iavasa does every Wednesday night, at least our time, Wednesday night. And we have introduced a lot of the changes that we're making into that. One, we have room for many more people, and that's the reason for the heads up here. Previously, it gotten so that Vasa was asking those regulars that couldn't, be seated, if there was not room for, to, perhaps pass it, and she would give them a recording of the proceedings within a day or two. And they have gone for that, but it's not really what they want. They want to participate. They want to be part of it. And now we, should have a venue where we could have everybody that is interested, at least hopefully everybody that is interested, a place, to sit down, to learn, to watch, to participate. All you need is a computer and a camera. You could even do it on your phone or without a camera, but computer and camera is best. And there's no cost. Absolutely no cost. The only thing there is a whole big education. So if you want to do it, if you'd like to see what it's like, go to our website, ifafoundation.org, and look under the contact lists, get Iavasa's email address, send her a brief email before Wednesday night saying you'd like to be part of this, and give her your information, and she will get back to you, and she will send you the information and guide you through the entry into the results of her weekly listing. This week, by the way, it's very fascinating. It's about medicine, about healing, about how IFA can be used to heal, to stay healthy, to do all those kinds of things. So I really don't think that anybody would like to miss that. It's not a matter of magic, it's a matter of common sense. In the meantime, let's take a look at this Igbo. First of all, once again, it came Ogbi Meiji. What is Ogbi Meiji? Ogbi Meiji is about, tremendous amounts of opportunities, of situations which can remove blockage or create blockage, as the case may be. But coming in the Big Bang Theory, streaming out, everything is going to happen to somebody at one point or the other. And that's, the meaning of this Odus. For somebody like me, it's a little overwhelming. For Nobatala, it's just a lot of work. But for all of the other Orishas, practitioners, or those of you who don't know your Orisha yet, it will be, not quite as much work. Unfortunately, it comes EB, it comes like this. So we just need a little bit of a nudge here because it's not very much off path, but it is off path. And it's off path with Obi Osa, all right? Meaning that sudden change and the necessity of that change in our emotional side is what's restricting us in this. And that would go along with my saying, that you can become a little overwhelmed. You can also become a little carried away with it. I've often described Ogbi Meiji as if you were Malcolm X and you got that Odu, it would be very productive because, at least in his last 2 years of his life, and he would meaningfully place all these new things into place for the benefit of Black Americans living in the United States. But if you were Bill Clinton, perhaps, or Yellow Kid Wild, which probably most of you don't remember, but who was a bank robber, you could use it in the same way. Opportunity to do things not necessarily in your best interest. So the secret here, of course, is one, choosing the things for a long-term duration, long-term interest for you, your family, your community, etc. And two, you have to get a handle and not be carried away, not be, not wanting to grab at something, make it yours right away, or just shaking your head and not knowing what to do, because so many things will appear. And the secret to it is, of course, the best energies to apply for the week, which are Ogbi Oyaku. That is all light on one side, on your temporal side, and your ancestral work on the other side. In other words, your ancestors are looking to help you. And this time, the bow is going to be to your ancestors, but it's going to be in the third choice. In other words, you could, with your ancestors, you would normally offer to your primary ancestor first because he's here 24/7 with you, or your ancestral energy, in total, or as a fallback position, the third thing would be your Ori. And this is your Ori because it's suggesting that your, terror, misunderstanding, hesitancy, whatever it may be, is really holding you back a little bit in this. And what you need to do is to go forward. You need to, visualize the entire corpus of Ifa and know that these things are going to take your time. And making the right decisions, the right choices, is how you're going to take the Ogbi Meiji and make it into something very productive for yourself. And what is the subset? Well, the subset is victory. That's, of course, there's the good news, the bad news. It's the good news, though, too, that you're going to be victorious. Difficulties, because we're going to figure out the bow. The bad news is you have some difficulties, so you better get to work in doing it. And what is it going to take? Coffee to your Ori. I would give black coffee. You could put coffee with cream and sugar if you're so, inclined. But what you want to do is either do it directly to your head, put a little bit there, put a cup of coffee down and keep it next to the representation that you have for Ori. Light a candle, a single white tea candle is adequate, and pray for, don't forget your water, of course, 1 glass, not 7, of pure, clean water, and pray for your Ori to give you the good character, the stamina, the understanding, and the peace within you to make the right decisions. That's all it takes, is to make the right decisions, and this becomes a very, very fruitful, a very, very giving Odu. Until next week, love and blessings.